Hello and welcome to FundooMoney, your 24/7 buddy for all your money matters. In this particular video, we are going to discuss why NRIs need a will, which of course we have discussed in another video, but we are going to talk about the utility of wills and basically try to find out how a will helps in the preservation and transfer of wealth for NRIs. We have with us an expert, that's Shami Khanna. He is the COO and co-founder of NRWeston. That's a concierge services firm providing specialized services to NRIs. You can get the links of NRWeston in the description section of the video. We'll be back very shortly where we'll be asking Shami for his advice and his perspective and actionable information. Don't go away. Welcome back. Welcome to FundooMoney, your 24/7 buddy for all your money matters. A will can help in the transfer and preservation of whatever you have accumulated. That's a truth. But why is it so important for NRIs? That is what we are discussing in this video. Luckily, we have with us an expert on this matter. That's Shami Khanna, COO and co-founder of NRWeston, which is a concierge services firm providing specialized services to NRIs. You can catch the links in the description section of the video. So let's get started and ask Shami. Shami, how does a will help NRIs, that's non-resident Indians, preserve and transfer their hard-earned money?
Thank you, Adil. It is very important that we pay a lot of attention and do a lot of planning for preservation and transfer of wealth. The reason being, we work very hard our whole life and grow our money, and we do a lot of planning for growing our money. But we don't do enough planning or pay enough time for preservation and transfer of wealth. Ultimately, why we are earning the money? We are earning the wealth and money not only for our consumption, but also for our family and near and dear ones. Now, how you do it? See, it is very important. If you don't do the planning today, there are different ways on which the assets will pass on to your next generation. One is through nomination. People often think that once the nomination is done, it is sufficient. But nomination in legal terms is not sufficient. In bank accounts or in certain other things, you as a nominee, you can get the wealth or the assets, but that does not free aid for the family, because someone from the family or one of your legal heirs can come and challenge it, because it is not absolute transfer. The other way you can do the transfer is through a gift. That means during your lifetime, you gift it to your family, which can be your children, it can be your wife, it can be one of your other extended family, whoever you want. But then it is you're parting the things during your lifetime, which one may not like to do it, especially keeping the aspect that one has to keep control and grow the wealth. The third way is that if you don't do anything, that is the easiest way. Then what happens is there is a pitfalls for it, because then it will go as per the succession laws applicable in India or anywhere else, even if you have the wealth, and which can become tricky because you have to approach the court, and there can be a lot of challenges, a lot of time involved. And what will also happen is that your loved and dear ones will not have access to this wealth which they are entitled to for a very long time, because it can be locked up in the court battles or court hearings. So then the other aspect is through a trust, which ultra-HNI can do it, which is a trust. And the last one is through the wills. Wills is one of the simplest ways where you can do it. And by transferring the assets, by writing down it, it is also important that you write down your wish in terms of who you want to give and what. In many times, people give up 2 lines in the wills and they say it has to be divided equally. It is good as long as there are no disputes within the family. The moment there is more than one legal heir or person who is claiming your wealth, then in that case, it is important to delineate the assets, what you want to give to whom. Also, many times one wants to give some money back to the community in terms of charity or one of their siblings or extended family members, because the NRIs want to help them because they are short on wealth, or for whatever reason they want to help them. It is very important that they spell out clearly in your will. And it is also important, other aspect in the will is that you have two separate wills, one for your overseas assets and one for your Indian assets. This is because India has restrictions in terms of effects, and that is FEMA laws are applicable. Also in India, there are personal laws for each community, unlike many developed countries where there is one law for succession. So it is important how you draft a will, who you name it, where is the custody of the will, all these things have to be taken care of. Then you can say that you have done enough planning for preservation and transfer of your wealth. Otherwise, your hard-earned money can be locked in court battles and your loved ones will not have access to it when they need the most. I think this is what I can say based on my experience for the last 6 years in this field.
Well, that's a lot of good information. Remember, there should never be a slip between the cup and the lip. So most of our efforts actually go in earning and making our money grow. But as Shami very rightly pointed out, it's equally important to make sure that you have made arrangements so that whatever you've earned or accumulated actually goes to your loved ones. Well, they say that the most famous will was a one-liner where the gentleman said, leaving everything to the wife. But typically, we have lots of loved ones, and you have to have a plan of transferring and preserving wealth. And that's where whatever Shami has mentioned is so very important. And since NRIs are based abroad, therefore that bit of planning, extra planning has to be done. So we hope you found this useful. We hope you would catch the other videos that we are going to be doing and we have done on wills and estate planning, which is the discipline of personal finance, which looks after this area. Do tell us if there are areas that you would want us to cover. We would love to do it. Tell us how you felt about this video. It's helping us. All the feedback that's coming to us is helping us figure out what we are required to do. And if you've come here for the first time, well, isn't it obvious that we should be asking you to or requesting you to subscribe to our channel? We'd love to have you here. Of course, do follow us on our other social media network pages, be it Facebook, G+, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. And that's not all. We love to have you on our site where there's lots of NRI and other personal finance content. That's www.FundooMoney.com. Till the next video, till the next topic, NRI topic, take very good care of yourself and goodbye.